I must have applied to 250 jobs all in one day. All I got back was 2 automated, "We received your submission. Thank you for your interest" emails.
So, how did you hit this theory?
Well, one day, I sent my resume to this obscure job site, and almost instantly, I get a response back.
We see from your resume that you are a risk-taking problem solver, able to facilitate interpersonal communications, able to work independently, and preferring temporary postings. Would you be available at 3:15 p.m. Wednesday for a 2-hour job interview and 1 training?
I mean, I fell out of my chair. I was so excited. Finally, someone wanted to interview me. So I get upstairs and I run downstairs and I tell my wife that I had finally scored an interview.
Your wife must have been happy about that.
Oh, you know, she just had to burst my bubble. She was all full of questions about the details, you know? She's all like,
"Well, what kind of job is it? How much does it pay? What's this company's name?"
I mean, I was just so excited that finally somebody wanted to interview me that none of those details had crossed my mind. I just didn't know. So I'm trudging back upstairs to go reread the email, and she hits me with one more nugget of her insight.
Today is Wednesday, and it's already 11 a.m. Where is this job interview taking place, and when are you going to get dressed? Or are you going to the interview in your pajamas?
So I get back to the computer, I reread the email. No company logo, no name to respond to, no date, basically no identification at all. You know, the email address was jobs@metaphysicaltemps.com. So I Googled metaphysical temps. All I got was some site that was written in gibberish.
So, what did you do?
Oh, I replied, "Sure, I'd be happy to interview. Where? Did you mean as in Wednesday, as in today, or maybe next week? How should I come prepared? How about some details on the job?"
You answered it like that?
Well, no. I was polite and professional, but I sent it off. And I'm standing there, and I'm thinking about it. I was thinking about it, amazed on how fast I had sent my resume out, and they had responded. I mean, it was like time had stood still. I mean, all the other major job sites, they take about 4 to 5 minutes to get back an automated response. So I was kind of hoping for an equally quick answer, you know, to my questions.
Not as fast, huh?
No, 5, 10, 15 minutes, nothing. I went downstairs, I made myself some lunch and the kids, came back upstairs, checked again, still nothing. Now, at this time, I figured that I probably was getting yanked, you know, by somebody who was yanking my chain. So I went back to my job search. You know, all this talking is making me kind of thirsty.
What, you want another one?
Yeah. Oh, no, I have a Cosmo now, if you don't mind.
Okay. Well, go ahead, cut to the chase. What happened?
What, you in a rush or something? All right. I'll turn it a bit and I'll leave out all the arguments with my wife. All right, so 3:15. I'm there at the computer, still in my PJs. I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, the whole room starts to flicker. And then I'm somewhere else. I find myself in a strange room with a strange person dressed like an elf, pointy ears and all, standing behind a high desk, you know, scribbling on some papers. And without looking up, he, she, it, you know, whatever, says to me,
You're here for the temp job, right?
"Yes, and could you tell me what the job is and maybe perhaps how I got here?"
Don't that beat all? A human in his jammies, and one without any magic in him to boot. You know, I told them it was a mistake to advertise on the internet, but no, we'll get a wider range of applicants. Ones who can think outside the box.
Apparently, they had posted the job for like 3 weeks, and I was the only one who applied for it. That was purely by accident.
Oh, what did you say to her? You mean real pointy ears, like a Vulcan?
Vulcan. Now who's living in a fantasy? Yes, yes. Very pointy ears. Tufts of hair sticking at the end. Oh, I told her I was sorry. I apologized for the pajamas. I said I didn't know what I was getting into, and I promised that if she went and returned me back, I would never tell a soul about it.
I take it she had other ideas.
Yeah.
The job is filling in for the fairy godmother. She just up and left in a puff of smoke, said she'd be back in a month or so.
Well, that's all well and good, but I don't know anything about fairy godmothering, and to tell you the truth, I didn't even know she existed.
She exists all right, damn prima donna. And you know she'll have a hissy fit if there's any backlog when she returns. So that's why we need you. I don't care if you don't believe in magic. When you responded to the email, you agreed to the terms of the job, and now you've got to do it.
Whoa, back up the truck. All I agreed to was an interview.
Didn't you read the fine print at the bottom of the email?
You mean the border design? That was gibberish.
Gibberish? It's High Elvish, I'll have you know. That happens to be our standard contract. Of course, it's written in Elvish, we're elves. It's binding, you know. When you returned the email, you agreed to take the position. Elves know how to wiggle. That's why there's no wiggle room in that contract. I added that binding spell myself yesterday. When we hadn't received any responses in 3 weeks, I figured if anyone took the bait, I'd make sure they stayed hooked.
Apparently, she was the only one who could rescind the offer, and she wasn't about to because I was the only one who applied.
Then what happened?
Oh, then she gives me the wand, this list, the wings, the tutu, tells me to
Get to it.
get to what?
All right. All you do is this. You read the next name on the list and wave the wand. Talk to the person you see in front of you, find out their problem, and then wave the wand again. What could be simpler? Do not wave the wand at anyone not on the list. Do not get distracted. And do not point the wand at anyone you don't want affected. This contract will last at least 2 months, possibly 3.
All right, I suppose you don't want me telling anyone that I'm standing in for the fairy godmother either, right?
Go ahead, tell the world. You're a human. No one's going to believe you. And if you try to convince anyone, they'll just haul you off to the funny farm like just another crazy.
All right. One final question, if I may ask. If you're an elf, how come you're not tall, wearing chunky clothing, and carrying a sword?
Look, Buster, that's fantasy. Completely made up in some warped human's mind. We are fairy tales, and all fairy tales are rooted in the truth. To some extent, anyway.
Oh, then it was poof. I'm back at my computer at home. I mean, I would have thought the whole thing was a hallucination, If it wasn't for the wand, the wings, the tutu, and this list.
What did your wife say?
Are you kidding me? She doesn't know. Well, the pay is good, and I have automatic deposit. I told her I have this internet-based search job, and I can't be disturbed while I'm working. That way, I can stay in my office and lock the door. She doesn't see me with the wings and just like this. The really neat thing about it is it takes no time at all. I go do a job, and I come back, and in an instant, it's like no time has passed.
That must be handy. So, how many jobs do you do in a day?
Frickin' thousands. And by the end of the day, I'm white. And the list keeps getting longer. Now I know why the fairy godmother took a leave of absence. She was overworked. All those needy people.
So other than a really odd job that you actually have to work at, I don't see why you regret it.
Now, I think there's something wrong with the wand. Or maybe it's the way I use it. Whenever I wave it to solve a problem, people break out into song and dance, like in some old movie.
Can I take a look at the wand?
Is it worth another drink?
Okay. What'll it be this time?
How about a Mai Tai? No. A Brave Bull.
Okay. There's some heavy liquor in this drink. You better sip it or you'll wind up in your butt. Meanwhile, here, drink a glass of water.
Thanks.
Geez, you were thirsty.
Well, it's this whole stopping time thing. Time stops, but I don't. I feel like I'm aging at the rate of 2 days an hour at this job.
Come on. Let me look at the wand, huh?
All right. Well, be very careful. She's real sensitive. I mean, one time I showed up at this crowded cafeteria and I just did a 360 to see where the heck I was. And that started 100 people singing and dancing to Gloria Estefan's conga. You know that song, it goes, you know. I mean, it was quite a sight. All right, easy. Gentle.
Hey, looks like a tin whistle with a star duct tape to it. Okay, glitter is coming on.
Yeah, I put the glitter on myself. Well, you know, I admit she's not much to look at, but I think the glitter helps. A little. Oh, no. If you want to sing out, sing out. And if you want to be free, be free. Because there's a million ways to be. You know that there are. And if you want to live high, live high. And if you want to live low, live low. Because there's a million ways to go. You know that there are. You can do what you want. The opportunity's on. And you can find a new way. And you can do it today. You can make it all true. Or you can make it undo. You see, it's easy. You only need to know. Don't do that again.
Yeah, I think it's defective.
I think it's the wrong one, but it does seem to get the job done.
So, can we do another job? Pretty good.
Oh, I don't know. I think we just may have been lucky the first time. Oh, what the heck? I mean, you certainly aren't busy. I could use the company.
Okay,
All right.
I'm ready.
Remember now, don't let go of the wind once we get there. It's not so much as where we're going as when. Sometimes it doesn't seem like present time is where I show up. I'm thinking that if you could use magic to stop time, you could use it to go forwards and backwards too. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Here it goes. Tommy and Linda.